Hey guys, it's Tyler here. Hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to make a quick update video just to wrap up stuff that's happened this year. There's not too much for me to cover. I'm just going to go over what I've been up to recently, so how my music's been doing, how the channel's been doing, a few events that have happened recently, and I've got a few shout outs that I want to give out. I think this is the first time I've done a video like this. I just wanted to tie up a few loose ends and just talk about some stuff that's happened recently before Christmas comes along. Okay, so back in September, which seems like ages ago, I started my journey at university, which has been awesome. I've met a ton of new people, I've had the opportunity to explore a whole load of cultures and events. I've learned so much already, and just generally it's been a great first semester. On top of doing computer science, I still wanted to be able to produce my own music like I used to, but I knew it would be a lot more difficult to do since all I have now is just Mixcraft on my laptop. And since I left sixth form, I can't use Logic Pro anymore, unfortunately, which is a huge shame because I really enjoyed making stuff with Logic Pro. So originally, I actually planned to shut down my YouTube channel because I didn't think I'd be making any more music or any more content of any kind. But as it turns out, I've still had the time and the effort to keep making music because that's really what I wanted to do. I didn't want to stop doing what I enjoyed. I didn't want to take away my passion because otherwise, if all I did at uni was just work and studying, I'd just become miserable. So I wanted to carry on producing music and just doing what I've always enjoyed. And as it turns out, I've still been able to do that. I've still been able to push out new tracks, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. I definitely didn't want to give up my passion and my commitment for making the music that both myself and other people that come to my channel enjoy listening to. So back in October, I managed to release 7 tracks, with Snakebite being the first. And then after that, it was the VK Machine, the Miscat Squad remix, Azazel, Sympathy, Rush Unified, and the I Love It EDM remix. I started publishing my stuff to a new independent label as well called Amuse, who've given me the opportunity to keep putting my stuff on services like Spotify and iTunes and other services that nobody really knows about or uses. So I want to bring up the Miscat Squad remix because this is kind of an interesting story. Basically, earlier on in the year, I found a channel called Miscat Squad run by Karcher, who had a really interesting personality, and she showed that while playing some really interesting games like God of War and Detroit Become Human, which were very new at the time, and they were getting a lot of attention. Eventually, she started playing Spider-Man on PS4, and in one of her videos, she said that somebody should make a remix of her sounds. So as soon as she said that, I literally jumped straight into Mixcraft and started making a remix. Took me a couple of days, and then as soon as I finished it, I posted that in her Discord, and then like a little while later, she got back to me saying, "Oh, this is awesome, can I put this on my channel?" I was like, yeah, of course, put it on your channel. So she put my remix on her channel, albeit she did upload it in 360 and the quality looks terrible, but the sound quality hasn't changed, which is, a positive. But I'm really glad that she did that because not only has that given me a lot more exposure, but she's now using that video in some of her outros, which is awesome. Azazel was entered into a Halloween music competition run by a community called Superwearer. If you've ever listened to my track Headspace, then you'll notice it's not on my channel, but it's actually on the community label, which was just to try and give me a bit more exposure. The competition wasn't just for EDM tracks, there was a whole variety of music genres, and the winners would get a few sample packs and VST plugin presets of their choice for free. Not only that, but all entrants would get points to spend on their website for free. Basically, you can spend points to promote your stuff for about a week or so on their website. So I thought I might as well enter Azazel into the competition. I had nothing to lose, and it actually went really well. To give you an idea of where it came, there were 31 entries, the worst track received 5 points, and the winning track received 21 points. Azazel got 15 points, so it was actually pretty high up there, and I'm not going to lie, I was pretty happy with that, so yeah. Sympathy was my first collab track, which was kind of tricky to do, and honestly I thought it could have been a lot better. But again, at the end of the day, it's more exposure, both of us put it on our SoundClouds, and I really enjoyed doing it, it was a good experience. Then after that, November came along, and with it came a remastered version of Frog Out, which was just a bit of a joke. The Dr. Robotnik theme remix, Supercharge, Spirits, the Joe Weller remix, Attractions, and most significantly to me, the Rush remix by Dragon Tree. I can't believe somebody has actually done a remix of one of my tracks. He literally came along one day on Discord, messaged me saying, "Can I do a remix of Rush?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, go for it." And then within about a week or two, he finished it, posted it to me, so I put it on my channel, did the visual and everything, and it was just such a fantastic experience for both of us. I really didn't expect it, and I'm really happy and really proud to say that I've had somebody do a remix of one of my tracks. It is just awesome to be at that level. About a week before making this video, I Feel Stompy actually got played on the radio. It was played on BBC Introducing in Essex, Mix, which is a 1-hour program where independent artists like myself can upload their stuff, and if it's good enough, we get told it's good enough in advance, and it gets played on the radio like a day or two afterwards. So I think that was a decent bit of exposure, and I just, really enjoyed listening to myself being on the radio. It's kind of weird, but at the same time, it's really exciting to think that I'm not the only one listening to this. Other people can hear this as well, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I won't be using my SoundCloud account anymore to upload my stuff because I've run out of upload time. To get more upload time, I could either delete some of my old tracks, which I don't really want to do, or I could buy a SoundCloud Pro account, which would ask for a monthly fee, but it's the kind of money that I don't have and the money that I don't want to spend. So I thought, you know what, I might as well just stop uploading to SoundCloud since I don't really get much out of it, to be honest. I don't get much exposure. That was kind of the point. I will still leave the link in my video descriptions just so people can still check out the old material, because the majority of the old material is still pretty good. And of course, I've recently reached 100 subscribers on the channel, which is fantastic, and to celebrate, I produced one of my favourite tracks so far called Rise Again. The reason why it's called that is because about 3 years ago I actually had 100 subscribers, and if you look far enough back on my channel, you'll find a video of me celebrating 100 subscribers by showing off a base I made in a modded version of Minecraft called Big Dig. Unfortunately, most of those subs were fake for whatever reason. YouTube realised this and cleansed about 70% of all the subs I had, so I had to rebuild a little bit. Thankfully, after some very slow and steady progress, we've made it back to 100 subscribers, and this time I'm pretty sure it's real. Obviously, I want to thank everyone for their support, because without the things people do to help my channel out, like sharing and liking my content, it just wouldn't grow, and I wouldn't be able to share my music with people that would really enjoy it, which is what I want. I want people to hear my music, right? The more people that hear my music, obviously, the more exposure I get, and the more, the more comments I get on my channel, but some people might really enjoy my stuff. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I want more people to find me so they can enjoy my music. There's definitely been a lot happening this year on YouTube, like everything to do with the Paul brothers, KSI versus Logan, the diss tracks, PewDiePie versus T-Series, the beef between KSI and his brother Deji, and more recently, the garbage that was YouTube Rewind 2018, which is now currently the most disliked video on YouTube. There's obviously been a lot of other stuff going on that I wouldn't be able to cover right now, so I'm just going to hope that next year YouTube has a bit more positivity, but I'm pretty sure we all know by now there's always going to be drama on the website, so let's just see what happens. So to wrap up this video, I want to give a quick shout out to the following people: Vivant, Dragon Tree, Rebel Scum, Matt Vassie, Kat from the Miscat Squad, the Superwearer community, Deco, and Carlos, who did this awesome drawing of me, so thanks Carlos. I also want to thank everybody who supported my channel this year, whether you subscribed or not. You guys are awesome for giving me this kind of motivation to keep doing what I want to do. Thanks everybody for watching. I've got some awesome new collab tracks coming up next year, which should be out kind of soon, but at the same time I can't guarantee anything. But at the moment they are sounding pretty good. And until next time, I hope everybody has a great Christmas, and I'll see you guys in 2019. Bye!
Starts with a dream, with you in the spotlight, but they never heard you shout, they never heard you cry. I'm trapped under this ice, you gotta break me out, you gotta set me free, let me show you how. But how long should I have to wait? Why is this something that I can't explain? When you feel like you can't take it